election is not a referendum, it's a choice.
Fundamental rights are on the ballot.
What's happening in this country is not okay, and we are all suffering.
You're going to vote for an incredible slate of true American First Republicans up and down the ballot.
It is a very big day in America, Election Day, and a lot is at stake here. The candidates have made their cases, and now it's up to the voters to decide which direction our nation will take for the next 2 years. People across the country are casting their ballots, and in some areas, there are lines outside of polling places. More than 40 million people voted early nationwide, and we are expecting high turnout today with so much at stake. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Irampur. Glad to have you with us. And it may be a cold, cloudy, rainy day across San Diego, but that is not stopping many San Diegans from heading to the polls. Polls are officially open right now. They close at 8 p.m. There are 218 voting centers and 141 official ballot drop-off locations all around the county.
We have team coverage for you this morning. CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal is live in Chula Vista, where people are showing up there to vote. But we begin with CBS 8's Chris Groh live at the Registrar of Voters in Kearney Mesa. It looks like it's a little wet out there. People still showing up?
There is no hiding it right now. It is windy, it is cold, and it is raining, but it is not stopping people from getting out here to make sure that their voices are heard. We're seeing, look, not a very, very busy day here at the Registrar of Voters, but a steady stream of people either dropping off their mail-in ballots through the drop-off lane, or they are walking inside to vote in person. They do have those options, and we're seeing both of those options being used. Of course, we've been out here since 4:30 in the morning. Doors didn't open till 7 a.m. That's when polls opened. And again, another reminder, they close at 8 p.m. Now, at last estimate, we spoke with the Registrar of Voters, and they told us 580,000 mail-in ballots have been counted. There have been 25,000 in-person voters since Saturday, their early voting period. Today, 6,500 voters have already cast their ballots. We expect to get some new numbers throughout the day. But again, to give you an idea here, 1.9 million ballots were mailed out to every registered voter here in San Diego County. Now, as for what turnout's going to look like, according to the Registrar, they expect about a 60% turnout. Now, to give you an idea of where that compares to years past, in 2018 in our last gubernatorial election, we had about a 66% turnout. So again, it's right on par for those prior years where we don't see a president on the ballot, a presidential race, but still a number of important races on the ballot, as well as different props and ballot measures. So again, the choice is yours to get out here to vote, to battle the elements you haven't done so already. It's easy, and you are able to still get it done today.
We've already received over 580,000 mail ballots in-house being processed into the count. All mail ballots received prior to Election Day and processed prior to Election Day will be part of that initial election results release that comes out shortly after 8 p.m. tonight.
And we know that a lot of people have their eyes on those extremely important races like the one that we're seeing unfold in Chula Vista. So for more on that race, the mayoral race there, we're going to send things now to Kelly Hessedal in the South Bay. Kelly, how are things looking out there?
Yeah, it's cold, it's windy out here as well, Chris, but voter turnout has been pretty steady so far here at Hilltop High. Now, they are expecting things to pick up a bit right around lunchtime and later this afternoon once people start getting off work. But I did have a chance to talk to several voters. Here's what they told me.
What's the number one issue that you came out here to vote about today?
Well, economy is a really a major issue. Also, families falling apart, and I don't see any issues arising to help that out. So we need to do something.
The rule of law, as in the government exercising the powers that the Constitution gave it in the way they were meant to be exercised.
What are you most concerned about?
The gas prices, inflation.
And that last woman you heard from came out here on a medical scooter. She hurt her foot and rode her scooter for a mile to get out here and vote. She didn't care about the rain. She had a raincoat with her. But as you heard her say, gas prices, inflation, the economy, that is the #1 thing I heard voters out here say they are most concerned about. Another voter told me she's fed up with going to the grocery store and the same item jumping in price from $3 higher just week to week. Another woman says taxes are too high. She's tired of paying high taxes and not feeling safe walking down the street. She was concerned about homelessness and crime. Another gentleman told me there's just a lot of distrust right now of our elected officials, but he said the bottom line is he wants change. Now back out here live, to be honest, I did hear a lot of frustration from a lot of the voters today, particularly when it comes to the economy. They say they're struggling financially. They see their friends struggling financially, and they are just fed up. Everybody I spoke to today says that it is so important to get out here and vote, so important to make your voice heard. And as Chris mentioned, the polls will close tonight at 8 p.m. Kelly Hessedal, CBS 8.
All right, Kelly, thanks for that. Well, the stakes, yes, very high this morning for Democrats and Republicans and the American people, of course. This is where things stand in Washington right now. Democrats control the House, but not by much.
Right, and the Senate, you see right here, it's 50-50. Democrats have control right now because, of course, Vice President Kamala Harris, she has that tie-breaking vote. Republicans hope to take both chambers. So let's go now to Deborah Alfarone. She has more on the future balance of power in our Congress.
Pennsylvania voters are streaming into the polls.
All eyes are on Pennsylvania today.
The Keystone State Senate race balanced on a razor's edge.
I'm extraordinarily concerned about the state of hate in this country and in the state.
Democrat John Fetterman is fighting for an open seat against Republican Mehmet Oz.
Pennsylvania is sending a very clear message to Washington. We want less radicalism and more balance.
It's the balance of Congress that's at stake today.
Hello.
Trump-backed candidates are battling for seats in states including Georgia and Ohio.
People just aren't happy with the direction of the Biden administration.
I feel like Ohio wants to move in a direction of sanity and healing and reconciliation, and I want to be a part of that.
Republicans need to win 5 seats to take the House and just 1 to take the Senate. And if the GOP gets those victories, this will complicate things for President Biden and his agenda.
Democrats picked up some momentum after the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade, but many voters have shifted their attention to issues like inflation and crime, which has turned the New York governor's race into an unexpectedly close contest.
I want to lead this state into the next 4 years and possibly beyond with that sense of optimism that we've not had here in a long time.
The Justice Department sent monitors to dozens of states, hoping to prevent voter intimidation and to watch for signs of disruption at the polls. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Washington.
And here is a look at our election coverage for tonight. We're going to start at 4 p.m. with The 4. CBS 8 Live at 5 will expand to an hour, followed by a half-hour edition of CBS 8 Live at 6. Then at 6:30, we'll join CBS News for national results. And then we'll bring you local results and analysis of our local races at 25 minutes and 55 minutes past each hour. We're going to have the very latest results the morning after the election. We know we get a lot of numbers overnight, so you can always watch us starting at 4:30 in the morning on CBS 8 and get those updates on CBS8.com.